dishes. Got it? Got it. Oh, jeez. So much wang.
Whoops.
Are we not
Good
live?
morning. We are live, but there's something wrong with my monitor, so I wasn't getting the audio from the sounder there. I got us a little something today. Okay, so yeehaw. Totar Win Thursday. Here's what we're gonna talk about. This is a little bit older. I guess the impetus of this story is a little bit older. I guess it's been about 2 weeks now since the Donald called out Elijah Cummings over rat-infested Baltimore.
King Elijah.
Huh? Yeah.
Rat King Elijah.
Yeah, Rat King Elijah. Yeah. It's pretty clever, and there have been plenty of videos about it. There is a new development though, and this definitely gets filed under Totar Win. A man named Scott Pressler has organized a bunch of people to clean up in Baltimore, and I've got some articles on this. Let's go ahead and grab one of those first. Baltimore should be grateful for conservative groups' cleanups. The Baltimore Sun. Now, it is the Baltimore Sun's opinion section that has been among those that have been bizarrely critical. So the Baltimore Sun's editorial board has referred to this guy as a right-wing extremist, right? And the editorial board runs a headline something to the we assume it was pure motives that led a Trump supporter to launch a cleanup in Cummings district, right? Made for good photos, compelling video, and catchy Twitter hashtags, a group of conservatives rolled their pickup trucks into one of West Baltimore's most impoverished neighborhoods Monday for a cleanup. The effort was organized by pro-Trump activist Scott Pressler. Claimed the event was not political. Yes, he was inspired to come by tweets from Donald Trump describing the area represented by King Elijah as a rodent-infested mess, but the visit wasn't about showing support or animosity for either man, he said. Call us skeptical. Look, we appreciate anyone who's willing to roll up their sleeves to help Baltimore, but more than 170 people came from all over the country and cleaned up nearly 12 tons of trash. He doesn't post any photos of the totality of the trash, so we'll have to take his word for it. Okay, you know what, screw you guys. The guy came out and, you need to prove that you did good. If you doubt that I did the good, go look.
Besides, I thought we believed the woman.
Right? We found this. This is great. He shared this photo. We found this newspaper while cleaning up trash in West Baltimore. It's an 11-year-old newspaper.
How had it not fallen apart?
Right. So this is an interview. There's a couple of cats talking about this. TheRealNews.com.
Scott Presley is the right-wing guy who runs this thing that his hashtag is Gays for Trump, or around Afro-America, which has been right-wing, vicious anti-Muslim group. Came to Baltimore.
Oh, anti-Muslim.
I'm not sure the exact number, but racially made
extreme terrorism and bigotry.
Baltimore, which is a black community where Eddie Conway
Right. Okay.
here at Tubman House.
And we're done here. I don't need to hear any more about this. I don't need to hear any more from those guys. You got a cat that comes out to do to do a trash cleanup because your city's an absolute wreck. You've got a rat problem. the The problem there is so bad that when a reporter went out explicitly to uh, talk about how bad the trash problem is, or I'm sorry, to talk about how terrible a person Donald Trump is for saying that the problem is bad. Okay, she comes out. Okay, for starters, if you're going to be critical like this, well, you just need to come out and take a look for yourself. Um, there was more to that segment, and it was more critical than what is shown there. But the funny bit here is that while she's making her criticisms, they've got the camera pointed at just bags of trash laying on the street, and a rat runs through the shot. Oh, hey, looks like you're busted.
So wait, back up, because I didn't know about this before this morning. A group of volunteers responded to Donald Trump's tweet and went and picked up 12 tons of trash from Baltimore streets. It was evil, racist, white supremacist conservatives.
Yes, white conservative got together a bunch of other, and there's no reason to assume, honestly, that all of these people are conservatives doing this, because it's just a bunch of people, right? Could have been, there could have been liberals, and hell, there could have been Antifa terrorists there that just don't like rats. I imagine there's a lot of Antifa terrorists that are, womanly terrified of rats because, well, they're afraid of clapping, so there's that.
Now, are you saying that the Democrat Socialists of America have a lot of crossover with Antifa?
No, I'm saying they're the same people. A lot of crossover would be a mild assertion. It would be a dramatic understatement.
So let's just take that 12 tons number.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and even reduce it by 90% and say it was only 1.2 tons, just so we have some breathing room.
There were 1.2 tons of trash on your street.
I know. Like, that's just baffling.
I mean,
It might have something to do with the rat problem. I mean,
yeah.
I work in pest control, and I actually service apartment complexes, and we set our rat traps near the dumpsters because that's the best place to catch and kill them. It's just like, and if you just have trash laying over the entire city, well, you're going to get rats. There's the gag in the beginning of Ratatouille. I said, "What are you eating?" No, honestly, I don't even know. That's how rats are. They just eat things,
Yeah.
everything.
So, and let's not forget that in the midst of all this, um, Elijah Cummings was given billions, $16 billion in grants to just his district to solve exactly these problems. That money is just gone, right?
Well, it's not gone.
Uh,
It's somewhere.
it's funny that this happens to be one of the scandals that was on the scandal table next to the attempted assassination of Epstein and um, just all kind of just stacks
The
and stacks
squad.
of the squad, all that crap going on. So yeah, Elijah Cummings apparently embezzling $16 billion in taxpayer money. Uh, yeah, that whole conversation just disappeared because some shootings went down over the weekend because left wing Antifa terrorists decided that it'd be fun to murder a bunch of people. Oh, well, look at that.
Well, I do have one thing I'd like to add. If we give Elijah Cummings another 16 billion, he can start to catch up with the Clinton Foundation and how they feed hungry people in Haiti. But this is the thing, really, all jokes aside, when conservatives, when Republicans, libertarians, whatever, when they oppose government spending, it's not because they don't want to solve the problem. It's because they do want to solve the problem. And they understand that you're going to throw millions, even billions, and with regard to LBJ's Great Society, even trillions of dollars at a problem. And quite often, not only does the problem not get solved, it gets made worse. And not only does the problem get made worse, there are corrupt politicians along the way that line their pockets. I mean, you want to talk about a wealth gap? Look at Elijah Cummings and then compare him to his district that has tons of trash laying on the streets in abandoned houses and like the place is a joke. And I'm not a city planner. I don't know how far $16 billion would go, but I imagine it would go a long way, you know, if you actually spent it on the right things instead of doing the whole kickback thing. Because that's what happened. Cummings got the $16 billion. He steered it toward his friends. Was, oh yes, yes, we'll help clean it up. Yes, yes. And then that's not actually what happened. There were probably some token moves made, like they did some improvement on Main Street, but actually going out into the ghettos and the back alleys and all these areas, oh, they didn't clean those up. And yes, I'm assuming that. And I'm assuming that because Cummings got the 16 billion, and yet there was still at least 1.2 tons of trash for a conservative activist to go pick up. And they picked it up in 2 hours, Chris. 170 people picked up.
Oh no, they didn't. No, they were there from 0800 to 2000, so they were there for 12 hours. So they
So
picked up roughly 1 ton of trash per hour while they were there.
yeah, but we should spend more money on the problem.
Yeah, yeah, that's a reasonable solution.
So the people of Baltimore, they got a total win. Trump tweeted something. He tweeted something racist, and then a group of good Samaritans on their own dime came in and actually started cleaning up the mess. And I say started because if they picked up thousands of pounds of trash, there's probably still thousands of pounds more to go.
Yeah.
Like Elijah Cummings.
Damn.
Yes, yes. I wanted to be on. Yes, yes. I actually thought of that one, a full 5 minutes ago. Was just waiting on the right time to drop it.
That is, yeah, Elijah Cummings. That is a lot of trash. Sure enough. But I think the Donald using the Twitter as the laser that gets the media cats to chase their tails around, um, and inadvertently cleaning Baltimore. Donald Trump cleaned Baltimore with Twitter. That gets filed under Totar when This is Totar Win Thursday, and we will see y'all tomorrow morning.
When this guy so much sack, he protect, he attack. This why no more homo erotic rocket ranches. Got it? Got it. Oh, Jesus. So much way.